Hello? Is anybody here with me yet? I know several of you all had signed up and were planning on joining me, but I don't see you yet. Maybe you're like me and the techie things sometimes give you a little bit of trouble. I don't know. Somebody's here. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Send me a message and let me know who's here. I should have the group chat turned on for all of us. Hopefully you see it over to the right-hand side. That's where it shows up on my screen. If you're here for the ScrapGals Community Hangout, you're in the right spot. We're trying to do this trial run of Google Hangouts before International Scrapbooking Day on Saturday. So send me a message and let me know that you're here. And, you know, ask me any questions that you have about International Scrapbooking Day plans or about Google Hangouts. I'm not sure I can answer them, but I will try. Hello, hello, hello. Are you there? Can you guys hear me okay? Hello, hello. I would love it if you guys would send me a message and let me know who's here. If you had any trouble logging in. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty boring if I just talk to myself for, 20 minutes. Hi, Lily. I'm glad you're here. Yay! And I'm glad that you can see and that you can hear. That means it's working so far anyway. Who else is here? Talk to me. Talk to me. I think the hardest part of this for me, and I don't know if you all can tell or not, is I don't know where to look. Like I know where the camera is on my computer, but I have a sidebar on the left and a sidebar on the right that I need to be able to look at as I'm talking to you. And I think it might make me look slightly demented. Apparently, I also need to learn how to turn off my Facebook notifications on my laptop before I do this next time because it keeps beeping in. Sorry. I see that Luli is here. Who else is here? Say hello. Tell me what's going on. Don't worry, Lily. I won't hold it against you that you use the different version of here. I'm not nearly as mean to my friends as I am to my students. Hi, Carol. Glad you're here from Minnesota. Oh, and there's Lisa. Oh, you got me twice? Oh my God, that could be kind of scary. Like a picture-in-picture sort of thing, or what? I don't think that I realized with Google Hangouts that you guys would hear me, but I would only see what you type. I didn't realize that was how it worked, but I mean, that's okay. I've heard from Lisa and Luli and Carol, but there are about a dozen of you here, so where are the rest of you? Talk to me, talk to me. Have any of you all done this before? Like, have you tried Google Hangouts for some other reason, or are all of you new to this too? I think that would be interesting to know. Lisa, I don't know if you got your two streams taken care of or not. That might be kind of strange. Well, I hope all of you all are going to join us on Saturday for all the fun things that we have planned for International Scrapbooking Day. If you've been following along in the community, and I know most of you guys have, then you've probably seen like the calendar of events of all the things that are going to be happening throughout the day. And you've probably also seen the little, I guess, the little printout that I put together about how you can do some preparation for NSD. So I hope that other than just joining me for this hangout, you know, making sure that it works, that you all are doing a little bit of prep. I am embarrassed to admit that I have not done my project or my video yet for Saturday. So after we finish our little like trial run here tonight, that's what I'm going to go and work on. I'm going to try to do the layout tonight and then do the videoing of it tomorrow when I have some light after I get out of school. But I've seen the other projects that the rest of our contributors have put together, and I think you guys are going to be really excited. I think it's going to be a really awesome day, and you know, there's something for everybody from 8 in the morning until I forget, is it 10 o'clock at night? 10 o'clock at night, I think, is when mine comes up. So hopefully, even if you can't spend the whole day with us, you'll be able to pop in and out. I've had several people ask me if the challenges and videos and posts and all that kind of thing will continue to be available in the community, and the answer is yes. We're going to put those up in the community, and all of the people who are contributing are actually hosting their videos on their own YouTube channels. So those things should stay available forever. I mean, that's what we hope. And I'm excited to see what you all make using the challenges and inspiration and that kind of thing, not just on Saturday, but in the days and weeks to come. So Lisa says she's gotten this down to just one of me. Thank goodness. I don't think the world can handle two of me. That could be dangerous. I'm glad that's working out. So apparently when you all ask me questions, I have to select them and then say that I'm done with it in order to get rid of it. So I guess it's possible that some of you have been asking me questions and they have just been like scrolling down. So I am going through the list. Hi, Emily. I'm glad you're here with us. I hope it's all working like it should be. Carol, don't feel bad. I'm a noob too. On my screen, the place to text is on the left hand. There's like a little sidebar on the left. If you click Q&A, then it pops up over on the side. So maybe that will work for you, I hope. Oh, okay, so Hannah is telling me that when she did a Hangout last September, up to 10 of them could chat without typing, and you all could all see each other, but I guess if it's bigger than that, that it won't work that way. That's interesting. I don't know how that would actually work in our community, but that is something that I will play with and see if I can figure out. I mean, let's be real, it's probably not going to happen by Saturday, but that's something that I will definitely try to figure out before we do very many more of these. Hey, Cheryl from Mississippi, I'm glad you're here. You're probably the only person here so far who talks like me. Yes, Lisa, when it says ask a question, you can, we're just using that to chat. You don't actually have to ask me a question. I'll forgive you if you don't. That's no problem. I would like it to be more interactive. So I think it might be cool in the future to do just groups of 10 with the video, but that's something that I'll have to play around with. Hey, Laura, I'm glad you're here. Just came back from choir practice. Hope you all sang beautifully. And then there is Carrie. Carrie, don't feel bad. I'm new too. I've never done this before either, and you all have me on camera. So think how much worse that would be. I said hello to Carol from Minnesota already. Yay. South Dakota. Carrie's from South Dakota. I don't think I realized that. Hasn't it been super warm out there for you all for this time of year? I think I saw that on the news this morning. Hannah, I agree. Hannah said that the video chat only lets 10 of you in at a time, and even that is sort of crazy with 10 scrapbookers trying to talk at once. I can see where that would get a little bit crazy for sure. And you all know how much I hate being on camera and hate being like the focus of everything. So this took a lot of courage for me to do. So thank you for being so nice and for being patient with me too. Carol, I agree. It's not particularly intuitive. You know, maybe that's my age coming into play, but I had to play with this quite a bit during my planning period today to even get this up and going. Oh, thanks, Lisa. Lisa gave me a sweet compliment. You're so nice. It's been a long day, but I didn't take my hair down or put my pajamas on before I talked to you all, even though you can't really see my clothes. You know, note to self, I guess I can just make sure it's only my head showing, and I could be like letting it all hang out. You all wouldn't know. Let's see. Hey, Cheryl from Florida. Glad to see you here. You talk like me too. You guys, you are rubbing it in. Emily says she's glad she's not on the camera. Okay. So I'm wondering, can you all see the comments and questions that people are posing, or is that just something I see? That would be a good question for somebody to answer for me. I'm posing a question for you all. I cannot believe that it is so warm out west right now. Carol just mentioned that it's 87 degrees in St. Paul tomorrow. You know, our high today was 60 here in Kentucky. So we're having this little cold snap all of a sudden. Hi, Jacqueline from Canada. You're not anywhere close to Fort McMurray where they're having that terrible fire, I hope. I've been watching that on the news with interest. Seems pretty terrible. Oh, good. You guys do see the comments and the questions. I'm glad. So I don't have to keep repeating those. Although I guess it does make more sense for me to sort of preface what I'm saying without just randomly going into a different topic. This will be something to kind of keep up with. Hannah's telling me she sees some of the comments and some of the questions. Cheryl, you're totally rubbing it in, telling me that you've been in your PJs all day. I'm terribly jealous. Terribly jealous. And Jed's already in her PJs. I think you all are getting a kick out of this. All right, so Cheryl is telling me that she came into the group through YouTube, actually. That on the screen there was a pop-up and that you could join the audience. And then to get to the Q&A, there was a box separated into 9 squares. All right, so that's good. Yeah, we're actually doing something called a Google Hangout Air, which is different from just a regular Google Hangout because, you know, I'm always going to try something new, I guess. And the Google Hangout Air, what's cool about it is everything that we talk about and type and that I say will be saved to YouTube. So if there are people who wanted to like join in and couldn't figure it out, or if there are people who aren't available on Saturday at noon and they still want to see what we talked about, then they can go to my YouTube channel and see it. So I think that's pretty cool. There's Janelle. Is it Janelle maybe? From Toledo. And your husband's trying to help you figure it out. That is so sweet. That is very sweet. I got desperate a little bit at school today, and I thought, well, if I can't figure it out, I'll just have to ask one of my techie students, and maybe, you know, one of them will take pity on me and actually help me out here. I'd asked Jacqueline about where she lived in Canada, if it was in relation to that fire. Is it Fort McMurray, maybe? McCurry, something like that. And she says that she's about 500 miles away, so you should be in good shape. That's good to know. And that's just so terrible what those people are experiencing. I am so glad that you all can see everybody's comments and questions. That's really good. Looks like there are about 16 of us here, so that's really awesome. And I see that some of you all are sort of figuring out that you have connections to people in different cities and stuff, so that's neat. Do I look like a crazy person because I'm not looking directly at the camera? Wait, don't answer that. Oh, wow. I'm really excited. I think that this is fun. Jet, you are totally not the only person who hasn't done any National Scrapbooking Day preparation. I have been organizing all the stuff that we're going to do in the community, all the contributor stuff and like the printouts and all that kind of thing. So I have not done any actual preparation for myself, even though I want to play along some. So that's a little bit ironic, I guess. But that's what I'm hoping to do tonight and tomorrow night. I actually told the fella today that I couldn't do anything tomorrow night because I had to get my stuff ready. I had way too much to do for our NSD, and he just kind of laughed at me. Hopefully he won't be too mad at me. This is awesome. Hey, Anne. I see that you are testing to see if I'm getting it. I am getting your comment. We know Jet's been working because I've been talking to you. All right, I'm out of questions to answer. Apparently, you all need to ask me some more or make some comments or something. I'm sitting at my kitchen bar, and I don't know if this is the best place to do this video, but I wanted to be comfortable, you know, and I didn't want like my camera to be in my lap and looking up at me because we know that that's not a good angle for women of a certain age. And so I thought that this might be the best place to do that. Y'all can see my green walls and a little bit behind me, but you cannot see the giant pile of laundry that I should be putting away right now, so that's good. Anybody else have any questions or comments, or I don't know, anything about International Scrapbooking Day that you want to talk about? We're just going to hang out for another, 10 minutes or so and then call it a night. I realized that some of you actually had 2 invitations show up, and I apologize for that. It has to do with when you joined my circles, whether you got 1 invitation or 2. But I think I have worked out that glitch, and for Saturday you should just get 1 invitation. That's the plan. That's the plan. Thanks, Luli. I appreciate that. When I painted my house green, people thought I was nuts. They could not. They just couldn't picture it. But I love it. Green's my favorite color. So, and it's really the color of Basil Leapfrog green cardstock. If that helps people picture it. Let's see here. Lisa Spencer is agreeing with me in my lap. That would be a bad angle. We don't want to go there. Oh, here's a good question by Carol. She wanted to know, or is it Carol Ann? I'm not sure which one you go by. She wanted to know if Tracy would be joining us on Saturday. Tracy, I don't think Tracy's going to join us for the Google Hangout, although I could be wrong. She had planned to be on vacation, and she ended up not going on vacation because there were like a whole series of events with her family that happened, and now her sister is in the hospital with her foot. But I know she is going to be hanging out in the community some and taking a look at the challenges and that kind of thing. So she'll be with us for part of it. Let's see. Lily's agreeing with me about the paint, that your painter gave you a hard way to go. I know people just like, if you're not doing beige or white or yellow, they just think you're nuts. Let's see, Emily, that is a great question. Emily wants to know, she didn't get an invitation and she wanted to know how to get on my list. If you add me on Google+, then I will add you in my ScrapGals circle. And when I set up an event like this, you'll automatically get an invitation. So if you haven't added me on Google, I guess you have added me on Google+ since you're here. Maybe you just did it and I haven't had a chance to put you in the right circle yet, but I'll work on that. Jet thinks I'm funny. Thank you. I'm glad the lighting is okay. I need something that's a little soft, you know, and not too harsh on the old skin. Let's see. Oh, you. Cheryl wants to see Louder Dog. Well, I don't know if I'm going to get up and walk on camera. What are y'all talking about? Carol Ann wants to see Louder Dog too. I don't know. Let's see. I'll go get him in just a second. I'll do that right before we leave. Oh, Carol Ann, you go by both, so your name does sound Southern. I like that. I like that. Well, Hannah, I want to be comfortable, but I don't want to, you know, I want to let it all hang out for everybody to see. So it's like a fine line. So. Carrie wants to know about, you know, whether you have to join something. In order to get the invitation, you really need to join my circles on Google+. So just look for me on Google+. I'm Louder Tiff, and that way you'll be sure that you get all the invitations and all that kind of thing. Jet wants me to do a share of everything I got at that shopping event. I actually just posted all of that on my blog this week. I want to say it was either Tuesdays or Wednesdays post. I have tons and tons of pictures of getting together with all the ScrapGals and everything that I bought. And I'll let you guys in on a little secret that most everybody else won't know until Saturday. But part of what I'm doing for International Scrapbooking Day is I've put together 3 giveaways of the stuff that I bought at the Studio Calico warehouse sale. So if you didn't get to go to the Studio Calico sale and you were feeling pretty bummed about that, you'll be able to participate in our International Scrapbooking Day stuff and potentially win one of 3 prizes. So that's kind of a little fun fact. And because you all are willing to do the trial run tonight, you get the information first. Okay, let's see here. Carrie says, where will you find the links on Saturday? I have scheduled the posts to go out in our Facebook community at the top of every hour. So beginning at 8 a.m., you'll see a different post every hour. And inside the post, there will be links that you can click on to get to that person's blog or to get to that person's YouTube video. And then there'll also be pictures and different things are posted in each particular post. So you will have to click through to follow through to some various places, but I think it's totally worth it. I have been so impressed with all of the projects that our contributors have shared with me and how much time and effort and energy that they've put into it. So I really think that you guys are going to be pleased with the quality of the projects and the challenges, and also with the variance of the projects and the challenges. No matter what kind of scrapbooker you are, no matter how long you've been scrapbooking, there's going to be something, I think, that'll appeal to everybody. And that really excites me because I want to make sure that, you know, everybody feels part of our community, that it's not just for, you know, a certain little group. Carrie says that I sound organized only when I have to be. I mean, I'm not a naturally super organized person, but when I'm dealing with a big project or something like that, then the teacher side of me comes out, I guess, and I do try to be as organized as possible. Yeah. Well, let me go get Louder Dog, and I'll let you guys see him before I hang up. So just hold on just a second. I hope to God nobody like joins the group while I've got my butt to the screen, but you know, look away. He was asleep in his little bed. Louder Dog, did you know that you are internet famous? You are internet famous. Do you see yourself? Well, you look, no, don't look at me. No, don't give me kisses. Look at them. He's not used to being the star. Oh, there he is. He is still on the mend. He's not completely well, but I think he's better. He's still taking quite a bit of medicine, and he's still sleeping an awful lot, but he's much better than he was when he spent the night at the doggy hospital Monday night. So, well, Jet, you are very welcome. I am so excited to get to do this with you all. And I think it's awesome that this is like going to be the thing that gets you back into scrapbooking. I think that's super cool. Hello, Jenny V. I wonder why it won't work on your iPad. Did it give you a particular message? Like, did it tell you why it wouldn't? I want to say, when I was looking at this earlier today and trying to like add Google Hangouts, that there is a specific download for either Android devices or for Apple devices. So maybe you need to do a download. Louder. Laura Dixon thinks you're a cutie. Give her your movie star smile. There he is. There he is. Let me put him down real quick. He's like, Mom, I wasn't ready for my close-up. Louder Dog totally rules the roost around here. And I guess it's kind of funny, you know, people that aren't dog people probably don't get it, but he has such a big personality, and he is my little prince. I'm glad you all got to see him a little bit. That's so funny. Let's see, I'm still looking at messages. Sorry, guys. Lisa Spencer, I think you're right. I think she needs that app for the iPad. I'm sure there is one, though. Well, Jenny, don't feel bad. It took me more than a half an hour to figure out how to set this up. And remember, some of you all got 2 invitations, so I jacked some things up too. Don't worry. So it wouldn't let you comment. That's interesting. I don't know. That might be one of those questions to actually ask Google. Like, why can't I comment from my iPad on a Google Hangout? That might be a question to pose. Oh gosh, Lisa, you're in Australia? Like, what time is it there? It's Friday at like, what, close to lunchtime? I'm thinking. Well, Lisa says that she's going to do some of the Inky Quill stuff on her Saturday, which is cool, but that she's going to try to join the ScrapGals community for some other things. Yeah, I do agree that you probably need to sleep at some point. That'd probably be a good idea. But that's so awesome. Isn't it crazy to think that there are people from the US and people from Australia that are going to be doing the same thing? I'm still not, you know, not bored by this whole idea of this interconnectedness that we have globally now. It's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Jet. I think he's quite handsome. Well, it is 8:30, so that was what we had originally planned for the event to take. I'd said 8:15, and then it wouldn't let me do this in 15-minute increments. I was like, well, dang, I guess I'll have to talk for half an hour. But anyway, I'm so glad that so many of you all joined me for this little, you know, like trial run. and that you have it working and that it seems to be something fun. I hope you will like spread the word with your friends and maybe even tell people in the community that if you liked it, you know, and if you think it would be good for them to join. And hopefully when we talk on Saturday, you'll have some questions or some comments about some of the projects that you're working on and that sort of thing. So Lisa, I was right. Look at me. I was right about the Australia time difference. I thought it was about 15 hours. That is so crazy. And Lisa says that she'll be given breakfast in bed for Mother's Day. You're so lucky. I don't think Louder Dog's going to make me breakfast. And this is actually my daughter's big recital weekend. She teaches 15 dance classes each week at a local studio. And so she's going to be dancing with little kids and, you know, dealing with all their moms and stuff all weekend. I'll do well, like, to even see her if she isn't on stage at the time. I'm so glad I got to talk with some of you guys. Jet, I don't think you and I had ever talked before, so that's super cool. Jenny V, I am glad that you enjoyed the trial run and that you figured out what did and didn't work. Oh, this is so much fun. Hannah, you're so sweet. Thank you. Lily, I'm glad you came. And Carol Ann, I will see you on Saturday as well. So that's it. If you want to like rewatch your comments or, you know, analyze what's in the background or whatever, you're welcome to do that. You can always look at this on my YouTube channel. Oh, somebody asked me about the painting that's back behind me on the mantle. That's actually a piece of fabric that I stitched on, I embellished, and then I just framed it. I wish I could paint like that, but I totally can't. I forgot who asked me that. I got distracted and then started talking about something else, but you'll know who you are. Okay. Thanks, Anne. Good to talk with you too. I don't think you and I have ever spoken before. And I will see you all on Saturday for International Scrapbooking Day at noon Central Time. Hope we have lots of stuff to talk about then. Bye, guys.